Hello and welcome back to Speedynet, where we are in the aftermath of a very rough and totally undeserved crash. However, everything you see now is back as it was before, and even a little bit further ahead, because I finished the whole upgrading of the locomotives, so we are all ready to be set and going. Now, one thing that I'm of course very curious to is to find out whether or not our locomotives right now are able to climb these new hills. So, for example, these. You are of course a very poor showcase because you still need to be replaced. These are the old American locomotives, and I can tell by their horsepowers. Somebody did actually question whether or not it was even possible, but let me tell you, it is possible by quickly giving proof over here, right? If we go to our list of available vehicles and we go to passengers, because it shows there the best passengers. Right, if you take a look, it actually doesn't show the best over here. Balls. Right, is there any other place? Yeah, look, over here, see? These are the old locomotives. Those grey ones are the moguls. Now, if we take a look at this train, or actually, let's take a look at this train, right? It says top speed of 80 kilometers, and look at this horsepower, 456. The passenger trains, on the other hand, are all being replaced already, you know, I've done that. And this one has 659 and a much higher max speed. Also, the graphics are different. Look at this. This yellow line over here is bigger, and over here it's just a tiny 1 pixel line. Over here it's bigger and better. So yeah, it's definitely upgraded. It just has the same name. Anywho, since that's all done, we now, well, I'm assuming that our trains now climb hills a lot better. So we're actually gonna find out, you know, see if we can spot a full locomotive. I said full. We should find a spot where there's plenty of them and they need to climb the hill. Which is not over here, unfortunately. Is there any other spots where they... Over here they do have to. Look, this is a mogul with a pretty much full load. This one train here. Let's see, how does it do when it's climbing? Alright, 60. Climbs it without any trouble whatsoever. Over here there's you look at this. 2 mogul locomotives going at full speed ahead. Right onto this hill. This is the real test. I mean, this one, I think the last wagon wasn't completely filled up. This one's totally filled up to the max. Look at that. And then it goes up. It only slows down to 60 kilometers. So all those mogul... Oh. And now we have another one. Wow. Oh man. Alright. I'm sorry, but I've got to check this one out, really. Yeah, there's just no... Wow, man. Another locomotive. Why? Right, so we got the 10-wheeler 460. Now, somebody also did mention that the, you know, these numbers, I guess, were for front wheels that steer, middle wheels that actually harness the power, and back wheels, which we have none. So it's just the center and the front. Anyway, this one goes at 96 kilometers an hour. And has... Wow, it's just better in every way. Oh man. This is the ultimate locomotive, really. It's a bit more expensive though. Highly unreliable. Look, see, that's the thing. The locomotives that we use right now are very reliable. So this would have to climb, but I am not going to replace everything just once over. Besides, we wouldn't actually... This is a good point, and I want to touch this quickly before we get into actually doing stuff. This locomotive, how powerful and cool it's looking, as of right now though, is completely pointless. Because this clearly is the most powerful and fastest train. So this is good for heavy cargo, and our heavy cargo is mostly loaded into these or these. See what I'm aiming at? this whole train, while nice, this gets the same job done for the stuff that can go fast, which is in these locomotives. Actually, I guess our passenger trains carrying mail, but then again, they usually don't carry that much mail, so even for that, it doesn't apply. It only applies to these trains with these boxcars, I guess. That's like only a handful, so yeah, and I'm just not going to replace them again right now. We've just done the major operation, so yeah. Maybe later though, you know, when building new trains, I might take this one into consideration, but for now, no, not gonna happen. Anyway, we now know our trains can climb hills, so I feel that it's highly time that we start adjusting some stations that just really need adjusting. I mean, and this one over here, along with this one over here, is the one that needed the most. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tackle this one first, because this is just, if we take a look at the map, and I have opened this already, I believe. Yeah, look at this view, right? This is the station, and it's a big mess. We have everything enabled, and you can see that this station is pretty much the centerpiece of our network. It kind of joins up the upper part and the lower part. It's a real important transit hub, but there's not a lot of traffic passing through. The only thing I've spotted would be timber from this timber factory towards this timber yard over there. It's the only thing passing through. The rest all goes over here. It doesn't pass through. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna rework the station in its entirety. Now, what we're also gonna try and do is try and see if we can, get another station lane out here, just one. But I highly doubt it. We're also gonna hook up Sandstone Bay and this. Wait, there's a hotel here? Okay, and this hotel, because I swear it wasn't there before, though I could be totally wrong on that and my memory is playing tricks on me. I thought that we didn't have this, but we're gonna try and hook this stuff up first, and then we are totally gonna redo this whole station. And by totally redoing, I'm not kidding. This is gonna be reworked completely. So yeah, it's a lot of work ahead of us, so let's get started. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think we just upgraded our station massively, and to my very pleasant surprise, are there traffic jams? No. Now, during the construction, I must admit that there is a small chance we might have sent some trains off to places there where they shouldn't have been, but really, you know, I think that this is a pretty good and successful operation. The only thing I've been in dubio about is whether or not to build these two bridges over here, because the majority of the traffic will actually be using those bridges. There's a lot of trains coming down from over here that need to go to this station, and basically right now this station is just a big turnaround station, you know, which is a lot better just in principle. This can handle a lot more volume and then add on the extra track that is available. I mean, this station is just so much more efficient, so much better in every single way. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Though having said that, another thing that we might want to add over here are like a few more trees, you know, to get like a tree type structure here. We could do that. On the other hand, I don't really see the need for it, but yeah, well, we'll see, you know. If there is traffic jams on a particular set of tracks, then we might want to do that, but for now, I mean, this whole upgrade, like I said, it is major, and well, it's a good thing we did these small stations first, because I'm pretty sure that Prenningwell Ridge right now, if we look at the local authority, even though the town's growing thanks to us, yeah, appalling. I thought as much. So, oh, look at this. We have stockpile info, and it shows that there's actually passengers being stored over here. Wow, I wonder how that works. I mean, are they in like some cooling facility or something? Wow. Now, whilst I was reworking everything over here, which I think, wow, is what? I was just about to say, whilst we were reworking everything, we got new stuff available, but the Patricos freighter. What on the freaking earth is that? Oh, and there's even more now. Stornoway ferry. Wow, we're getting ships, man, like crazy. The Medellina ferry. Wow, that's just crazy. Now, I said, you know, that there's stations to upgrade, but really, I mean, this was a lot of work, which was needed. It paid off. It was good. We are going to profit from this. But in the end, though, all those ships that we got, I kind of want to check out what that is all about. See if there's anything good in, well, you know, these new ships that we have available. Besides, last time we took a proper look at our whole sailing department of Speedynet. That's been like, I don't know, 15 years ago, in-game years that is. So yeah, let's take a look, you know, new ships. If I were to buy one, look at this. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the year 1872. We can buy ourselves luxurious steamline cruiser things with 2 times diesel engines. We don't have any locomotives using diesel, but hey, ships are far ahead, right? Not. Anyway, I'm gonna quickly pause the game here and try and see if there's any good boats in there. I mean, we'll just quickly run them down and then we'll see if any of them is any use. Speed is going to be the deciding factor on any of them. Right now, 32 is what they need to beat, so you just a big passenger boat, and we don't really have any crowded lines right now, but in the future this could be a serious consideration, though. I mean, this, I don't know, we'd have to have really big towns for this to, well, for this to be worth it. Also, we're not going to use either of them. Look at the reliability, but yeah, large vehicle ferry, I don't know, I think it's a passenger ferry. It's actually refitable though. Right, that's interesting. I wonder though if 800 passengers translate to 800 tons of cargo, because if that's the case, look, we get 4,000 for nearly 200. We need to pay 22,000 for only 4 times as max. So this one is a good 4,000 a year more expensive, and it doesn't offer anything improved other than just fancy looks. Right, you're actually cheap, though compared to this you're wildly expensive. And this is like, you know, the thing I'm comparing it with, because, I mean, it's fast, it has good capacity, so they need to be able to... Now you're slow, no, slow, slow, also slow, though looking at you, you're a little bit slower, but you're also a little bit cheaper to run. I guess you're the diesel equivalent of this ship, you know? Somewhat slower, somewhat cheaper. The... oh man. The Tiskabukta freighter. Fitzroy Rockall. I don't know. There are also some French names, but it sounds like Patraikos, Oran, Tsikabukta, I mean, or Tiskabukta. It sounds like it's all a Russian fleet that we got here. The Islands Trader. Now this is where things get interesting. Look, good capacity, not that expensive to run. It's not that reliable right now, but this, if we just translate, this is like 8.5, you know. This one doubled is also 8.5, but it would, this, you know, this one has more capacity. So this Island Trader is a very interesting barge. You're totally not interesting. Same, yeah. I mean, you're just damn expensive. On the other hand, in terms of cargo capacity, you pretty much beat it all. Look, 170, but then for just double that amount, or well, triple that amount, we get 5 times the capacity. So you're a real cheap bargain. A little bit slower, but wow, I think we could see the Patraikos freighter and actually the same line. I mean, look at this. This is like, yeah, I mean, these two are also really good. I guess they're just, you know, bigger versions of this one. You know, Island Trader, Oran freighter, and the Patraikos freighter. Those are like, you know, all ships in the same class, and I feel like these, yeah, look, see, these ones are also ships in the same class. So look at the cost of this, man. I mean, this is a, wow, it's just too slow, really. So, what have we learned? For passengers, I don't know, really. Can we refit these two passengers? Let me just... The Island Trader is actually... Alright, this is the ship. The Island Trader is it. In terms of faster ships, you know, can I sort them to speed? No, maximum speed. There, and then no. Yeah, this is what we want. See, so in terms of passengers, we can refit this to passengers, but in terms of small ships, the closest one is you. You are a tad bit expensive, though then again, I mean, you can only carry 10 passengers, so I guess you're not that expensive for passenger ships. So this is a small passenger ship, and it is dirt cheap, by the way. Look at this. I mean, this only costs 10 grams, and it can carry more passenger ships. Wow. Right, having done this rundown, we are going to be replacing a couple of ships. So we're gonna open up the ship list, and well, as you can see, of course, they're still grouped. We have small passenger ships over here. I want these to be, well, actually saying that not all of them are making a profit. In fact, not a whole lot of them are. These big guys, only you are the one really making a profit. The rest is only making measly profits when we look at it. So I guess we'll leave those. But the small speedy ships are just the fishing barges, really, and they do make good profits. Right, well, you are... Hold on a second, where were you supposed to go? Where is this? I mean, you must have been docked for like God knows how long, really. Was there a reason for that? For me docking? I mean, well, you know what? Before we upgrade any of this, I mean, when it's running, you know, when it's working, I don't really see the point to upgrade. So what we're gonna do is a quick check on our stations to see whether or not any of them are filled up over the brim, or if they're all running good. I mean, if that's the case, I don't really see the need to upgrade. Unless there's like multiple ships running on the same road, but... Now, we need to disable the train station. I want only boat stations. Means you. And none enabled. All that I want to see is fish. And then we need to sort it by total waiting cargo. Right, and then these would be the ones that are filled, well, are filled too much. So, for example, this one. You have... you don't really have anything waiting over there. So this is a lie. Oh, that's odd. Hintford. Or Lord Hatton Fishing Grounds. Oh yeah, that's definitely filled up to the brim and then some. Though you, on the other hand, aren't. So I guess what we need to do is we would need to replace ship number 25. So I guess not. Well, why is the ship visiting over here? Yeah, it's ship 25. Right, ship 25, you are going to be upgraded because clearly you cannot handle the capacity. Then, over here, by the way, did I click the... I mean, this doesn't need to be that big. It's actually you, isn't it? Yeah, wow, alright. Let's find out which ship is running over here. Ship 29, I'm gonna send you to the depot too. And I'll quickly run down all these fishing grounds over here so that... we can upgrade our ships. Right, and that's all the ships visiting two filled up stations, or fishing harbors, or fishing grounds, or whatever you call them. Well, I guess fishing grounds. I mean, that's what most of them say. But anyway, those, the ships that needed it, they're all sent to the dockyards. So now we're gonna find out which of them have already been docked. Not a whole lot. I guess that actually will take a while. So yeah. Anyway, you know what? I'll be going over this and I'll be replacing a few ships here and there where needed. Now, wow, we're far away from our whole network thing, and wow. Just look at this though, man. I mean, this just looks slick. Look, do you see any traffic jams? I sure don't. I also don't see any traffic jams over here. No, the only ones I see are actually up here, and... Wait, hold on a second. I might have forgotten to place a few signals here and there. I mean, I'm just looking at it right now and I'm like, wait, yeah, that's actually not a whole lot of signals over here. Ah well. I guess right now though it would be properly finished, so... Anyway, yeah, I'll be replacing those once they are all in the depots, but wow, for right now, man, this looks good. I like it. Next is, of course, this station over here. Now there aren't... Oh yeah, there are. Look at this bad traffic jam. The thing is though, this station, it can't really have the same solution as I just did with the other station. You know, making it a loop around. Over here, we definitely are going to need another solution. But which one is something that you'll find out next time when we play more OpenTTD.